verse, all right, it says, behold, how good and how blessed it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Right?
That's a beautiful precept. That's a beautiful precept. And like, it's always been known, like, people see that and it's a manifestation with it because they'll confirm that with things they say when they see, us in unity.
Even though they might not say anything.
Yeah, yep.
You know that they have an opinion.
Yeah, it's why in the world, you see them fraternity dudes, people get all enamored because you see these dudes dressed the same, hopping around, doing dances. But that ain't true brotherhood, man. When they see brothers out here, when they see the brothers in the faith doing this work, hey, this is attracted to them, man. We was in Dallas some years ago, me and a brother Kahan, we were in Dallas some years ago, and we were at a little fight night thing. And all the brothers amongst the table, food's coming to the table, we sharing, brothers lighting a Palo Santo. And this one woman, she was with her man. She was like, I want to go with them, man. And he looking at her like, we looking at her like, but the husband, he didn't know what to take from that. Even another woman, she thought, she smelled the Palo Santo and thought it was weed. She was like, oh, I want some of that. Like, nah, this ain't weed. But the point of the matter is that people are attracted to the brotherhood when you see it. Even them people that's going off in the world. They don't understand this kind of closeness, because in reality, we ain't supposed to be this close. You see brothers that look like the Northern Kingdom, brothers that look like foreigners, brothers that look like Negroes, and we all together. We ain't gang banging. We are polite. We go places to eat, and places that we frequently eat, they give us extra. They treat us good. Oh man, you guys are back. Oh man, I'm glad to see you. And they get all anxious for you, but they don't do that for niggas in the world, man. They look at a nigga in the world like, oh shit, here come a riffraff, But when it come to the brothers, the way we carry ourselves, and this goes into growth. This is the elder he opened the camp with about being men. Hey, being a man is not fucking as many women as you can fuck, conquering as many women as you can conquer, getting a whole bunch of material wealth. That's not being a man. That's just being a base creature. But being a man is being on a level of wisdom that can't be measured. You got it, brother.
Yeah, we're men of virtue. When you
Yep.
go into that word virtue, it goes into masculinity. All right, the qualities that makes you a man. Now, what is that? What do you measure that by? You measure that by the scriptures. What does the Lord say makes a man of value? Discipline,
Yep.
right?
God.
Temperance,
God.
faith,
Yep.
right? Charity, brotherhood.
Yep.
So they witnessing those attributes.
Yeah.
Because it's really the Spirit of the Lord. They don't recognize that, but it's the Spirit of the Lord that attracts them to us, because it's that higher elevation where the world is totally dead. All right, they speak on brotherhood. All right, they speak on compassion. They speak on these things, but by and large, the world is just self-centered.
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
people are pretty much opportunists. I mean, they're only going to do something for somebody if they can get something in return. We have a pure, sincere heart of just simple compassion.
I read that precept on that.
All we want to see is the brother do good.
Yeah.
That's our hope.
Yeah.
All right? We're not looking for anything in return, except for maybe the consolation from on high.
That's right.
But we doing it in the sincerity of doing it because we know it's going to better the brother.
Yep.
It's going to increase the brother. All right? So that's what the world sees. Those attributes that make us men come from the scriptures, but it's really the Spirit of the Lord. And when you go into the books of Peter's and other various books, but that's the main one, it speaks on the virtue of being a man of the Lord. That brotherly kindness, charity. It says if you do these things, right, you shall be profitable. And so we carry those same attributes, not within the body alone, but in the world. And it's very attractive. Because we're promoting a higher vibration. We're promoting life. Remember, these people are all dead. They're alive, but they're spiritually dead. Every day they're consuming different levels of destruction.
I was just looking at that. Not number 4. I was looking at 19.
What is that?
I mean,
So we stand out amongst the crowd because of that high vibration that's being
so
radiated
verse 3,
from
4,
our
then
spirit,
skip
which
down
is really the
to
power of
19.
the Spirit of Yahweh Shah. And that's why we all on one accord, because we're all a body.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is the definition of unity. The Hebrew word is yavad. All right, and the definition is union, unitedness, together, all together, together alike.
Right, they come together alike. Being a similitude of Yahweh. Alright, so really, remember, as the scripture says, when two or three are gathered together in my name, I am in the midst of. So really, Yahweh is with us. Right? That's really illuminating the most light. Right? And that's what people are blown away. Made a spectacle. You know? Because they're seeing that oneness. Alright, like maybe in Deuteronomy 6, tell you, what's that, the prayer we say?
Actually, you start at the top. Get 1 through 4, and then you skip down to 19. Okay.
Right. There's one, you know, so right. Beautiful and brothers and growing in unity.
Yeah, and if I may say, the spirit of Kakodash is amongst us when we're together, right? And it's solo, but it's even more vibrant when we're amongst each other. And you pick up on that spirit of that Lord. It's not the spirit of Satan around us, like normally people are used to seeing in the world. They see dudes hanging out, and you can feel that energy of the spirit of Satan versus when brothers are hanging out, they can feel that spirit of Kakodash, the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, well, hey,
but that's why, that's what you off, I'm sorry. That's why sometimes you be out and people start to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Satan is also in the midst, and Satan gets mad.
Yeah.
You know, you might be doing mind your own business, everything be cool. And some devil has to come up and say some shit or do something. Yeah, and it's fuck with you. Like, you minding your own damn business.
Yeah.
You know, lying on you, saying you're doing some shit that you weren't even doing, you know, or whatnot. But that's because Satan is mad, you know. But you know, some people, they see that, they feel that Holy Spirit, and they get inclined to it. So it's like,
I was gonna say, even in the physical, you know, the scriptures talk about how man's gait sets his laughter show what he is. So you can identify the attribute of a person or a person's spirit just by the way he carries himself on the outside, because you externalize everything you internalize, meaning everything that's going on in the mind eventually manifests itself in the physical through your actions, your words. So, you know, you could spot a nigga a mile away. He got his pants hanging off his ass.
Yeah.
You know, he leaning a certain way, he walking a certain way, cigarette hanging out his mouth. Because the world has it to where they got you thinking you can't judge that person. Oh no, I absolutely can.
Yeah.
I absolutely can. All right, and same thing with Esau. You see that nigga proud as hell, head up high, you know, man, staying the fuck away. He got a certain gait, walk, he got a stupid gun. You know to stay away from that person.
Yeah.
Or have very minimal interaction.
Yeah.
So on a physical level, you gotta remember, everything is spiritual, but all that spiritual energy is exemplified through the physical. It comes out in your actions, come out in your speech. So
if I can add to that,
if
I can add to that, we do because we can see that spiritual mark. Like
he who is spiritual judgeth all things. Okay.
There's that movie God Bless America, and the guy in the scene, he basically said like he was so sick of the fucking people, how wicked they were, how evil, that's just the dumb shit that they were doing, and it's basically kind of prevalent to today's people, right? You know, they're all flying on Instagram and you know whatever. But so he basically says that he said that like he wishes, because there was supposed to be voting on, you know, basically like America's Got Talent kind of thing, it was like a thing like that. He said he wishes that the cell phone would blow up in their face, you know, while they go to vote, so that way it would leave a distinguishable mark on them, so that right before they came up to him, he could see the mark and be like, well, I know nothing intelligent coming out of your mouth, and he knew not to talk to him. And that's what he said in the movie. But we see that we have that spiritual eye to see the spiritual mark that we know there ain't nothing smart coming out of this man's mouth.
Yeah,
we don't need a physical mark to
distinguish that. Like your brothers, but if you see somebody and they're doing degenerate behavior, it's a very unintelligible thing to say, oh, I can't judge you. If the man ain't eating right, he's smoking, you can definitely say you ain't living your life right.
Yep.
But people try to make memory. He that seeketh love hideth transgression. Loosely paraphrased. Yeah, that doesn't work just for Esau. That's our people too, because they're wicked too. No?
That's a doctrine to create basically the punching tactic. Basically
right, because you got to understand, when you demoralize somebody, meaning you get rid of standards, people are more easily controlled. Hence the saying in the world, if you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. Look at these people. That's why they all believe in everything that this devil says. You know, they're under that spell, that bewitching, okay? Which is all goes back to fear and demoralization. They have no moral code. One brother said etiquette, right? They have no scruples. What we stand on is a greater vibration, which is the spirit of Yahweh Shai. In truth, and then the keeping the commandments through faith. So, hey, we polar opposites from the world. Okay? I will come this way.
This is Matthew 6:1. Take heed that ye do not your alms before men, to be seen of them, otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
Yeah, and so we're talking about charity. Not even the rest of the brothers, man. That's what you're doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? If you do alms on a greater scale, it ain't for you to set yourself up to be like, put yourself up, man. Because you do what you did,
Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Yeah, so that's what they do. That's what the churches do. That's what the ritual do. They were doing it in front of men so they could see, oh, he's so powerful. Oh, he's so powerful. They went to
But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth.
it's just between you, your how about Shah and that man. That's it. Hey, that's what's crazy. As much as Prince is a demon, he was in that Jehovah Witness and shit. He helped out a lot of people when he was in trouble. Nobody had to do it. Nobody had to do it. I think Lauren Hill had went to prison for like 2 years, something like that. He supported her kids. He made sure he paid for her bills. He made sure her kids had. And a lot of people in the industry would never do that. But Prince didn't go on a school like, yeah, I'm going to hell out there. Nah, they didn't do that. Even they could have been big with the Rosa Parks for all the shit that she did during the civil rights movement. She was basically a pauper in her older life. And it was an Edomite or somebody that looked like an Edomite. He paid all her bills. I think it was like, he wasn't a proper John, but he was that's what I said. He paid all her bills until she died, man. You know, and that kind of, and that you, in a world when people see that, and they hear about it, they get excited about it. But how much more, how about you not try when you do it for one another? And that goes to our doctrine, that goes back to our brotherly mind, that goes back to the things that we're talking about and the blood supposed to be in brotherhood.
There's still number 4. That thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly.
And that's right. So look, you might not necessarily, the brother might not even think like, hey, but the Most High, how about Shah will reward you openly, man. Your Father has seen in secret, or you can get for that brother, man. And it ain't necessarily money, like it's anything, bro. You might have gave him brother some food. You might have gave him a ride. And guess what? The Most High, how about Shah see that, and he'll openly give you a blessing. And I've seen it. These brothers seen it in their life, man. And that's what you're doing. That's why Yahweh Shai said, the elder had mentioned in the car, is that you gave me a drink. And they're going to be like, when did we give you a drink, Lord? He's like, hey, when you did it for the least of them, you did it for me. Because we are part of his body.
All right, and this is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through or steal.
That's right, because when you're doing these things, brother, you're storing up your treasures in heaven, brother. That's part of your spiritual bank account.
Right.
When you go out here and do the work, hey, when you come out here and listen, you watch your brothers, you learn, you grow. Guess what? You building up your spiritual bank account. You storing up your treasures in heaven. You leaving the things off of this world and you focusing on your how about Shana Shai. That's you. Salaki. God, that's loud. That's good enough. So that's you storing up your treasures in heaven, man, where moth and rough does not corrupt. Nobody can steal that what the Lord got for you. Anything you build down here can be taken away from you like that.
God.
You know what I'm saying? But all the things you do in the spirit, hey, guess what? It's gonna be built up for you in heaven. So when this thing go down, the Lord gonna remember that.
Right.
Hey, it's Saturday, brother. You could be out chilling, shooting ball, chilling with some broads, you know. But instead, you out here with us. We the same way with these brothers. These brothers got lives, children, family, whatever. But they giving up all of that to do the will and work of the How Shot, storing up their treasures in heaven. So when this thing goes down, we can be rewarded handsomely. And ultimately, our greatest reward is going to be salvation. Go ahead, pick it up.
Yeah. This is John 6:27. It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life.
Yeah, because this meat in this world, you're laboring for it, but it's going to perish. You might got a house, you might got a car, you might got everything that you need in this world, right? But that shit's gonna burn up. America's gonna burn up. You got these people talking about something. Oh, he has a $23 million home and 17,000 square foot. Well, guess what? That's gonna be 17,000 square foot of dirt. When this thing is said and done, trash. It's over. It's not gonna be worth a goddamn thing.
Hey, he said that all the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So it's gonna be no. You're not even gonna know where that house is at. Right. When this thing go down.
This is John 6, verse 27. It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for that meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him hath Yahweh the Father sealed.
And that's this word. That's this promise. This word, this promise, this is the meat that endures forever. You know, and this is what Yahweh shot brought to us from his Father. And he gave it to us. You know?
Quick precept. This is Matthew 4:4. It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High. Snacking up.
And that's how you live. We're only alive because of the word of Yahweh Shai keeping us alive.
Right.
And we're not living because of the foods we eat. That shit is terrible. Everything you eat, even we were at the elder I'm on bar last night, man. They were talking about that. Yeah. It was like, man, everything we eat. I was talking to Elder Yike about that. He was saying the same thing. He was like, brother, when you look at the elder, I remember back in the day, he was a little stockier, you know, bigger. But over time, you know, our body's weak. Shit, brothers losing weight. Right. You know, brothers sick.
Memory.
Yeah, memory is lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So all this stuff you putting in your mouth, this is not sustaining your life. Right. Hey, it's the Yahweh Shai's word.
That's right. That's right. That's it. Yeah.
Look it up, man.
This Hebrews 6:10, it says, for the Most High is now righteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed for his name.
Break it down, brother.
And that ye have ministered to the saints and do ministry. Yeah, so whatever you do, man, you know, whatever treasures you store in heaven, Lord is going to give, you know, the righteous works, you know, you get for him. That's what happens when you put things out of the sacrifice. When you sacrifice all those things while we're in the world, you do it for the Lord. Hey, and the Lord looks at them. You know, you got a lot of niggas who don't have that mindset, you know. So they don't want to give up, you know, the world. They want to give up their riches. They think that what they have currently is better, you know, what's to come forth. You know, they don't understand.
Yeah, they think that the rich is going to profit them in a day of wrath. Yep. And it's not. You niggas ain't gonna get the word no quicker than we gonna get the word. And then all of a sudden you on a plane escaping. Nah, my nigga, a lot of you niggas, man, you still in America. They make a big deal about Jay-Z and all these so-called billionaires, Rihanna, walking around here. Hey, these niggas gonna die in America, bro. They so set in America. They think that America, they think that they got the inner word. They're part of the lesser Illuminati crew, and they think that we know what's gonna happen. Nigga, you don't know. When this thing go down, you still gonna turn this back on you quicker than, my grandma used to say, quicker than God did the angel, man. You know what I'm saying? And once you're out of here, once that word is, once that word goes forth, man, you're gonna be done because you're not gonna have a covering. Right. The financial system is about to collapse. Right. That's why I want to show this prophecy. The financial system is about to collapse. The food system. The food, it's about to be a whole famine out here, bro.
Your 911.
Your 911 is through. The cops is quitting in New York and other places.
Yep, public safety.
I think I don't know if it's my people told me that the mayor of Philadelphia wanted to quit.
Or he basically the people are sick of it.
Yeah.
You go through these different neighborhoods, you're going to see them signs that say fire or crash. Yeah. Right.
Because pretty much like, you know, as a whole, political spectrum, that whole crash period and all that Democrat Party, that's going back to more so George Soros, and they want chaos in the city. Jim Kenney, which is the mayor of Philadelphia, he had that was a couple weeks back, or maybe a couple of weeks, 2 weeks or 2 ago, the Native American 4th of July.
Yep.
You had that was the fireworks, and they ended up having they shot 2 cops.
Yep.
One grazed the head of the cop in his hat, and his hat, like the bullet actually was lodged in his hat. And he saved where he lived, but they sitting there thinking that like they're able to just go out and enjoy the mirth. Well, no. The Lord is bringing forth chaos in these cities, troubles within the cities, because these cities are what? They walk in great pride. All right? And the mayor, these different officials, as you see, the people are coming after them. That's what, as you see in
And that's the book of what, Second Ezra?
Yeah.
No, hold on. We're going to get it. Second Ezra 16, verse 17. No, let's go to 15, verse 14. 15, 14. Yeah. Second Ezra 15, verse 14. Woe to the world, them that dwell therein. The sword and their destruction draweth nigh.
Right, so the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. The sword coming, of course, in various ways. All right? The whole, of course, political structure, break it down, is going to happen in much violence and such in the mind. Right? The cruelty and such. As you see, Edom was passing more and more draconian laws by the day. Which is going to bring in
See, if I may add to that point, they need this society, the way things are ran now, to collapse so they can bring in that new way.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, they need that. That's why you got certain leaders in other countries stepping down.
Yeah.
Whether it be Boris Johnson, you got the Italian Prime Minister talking about design. All these different political structures are failing by design.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Okay, and through that, they're going to be able to set up that one world government, that new world order, that new way of ruling shit. Okay, which is going to come through via the UN troops. Okay, foreign troops. They're not going to have no pity on you. They're foreigners. They don't give a damn about these people here. They got their marching orders. And that's going to be the new order here. Where it's going to be totally draconian. Where you're going to see them executive orders in full effect.
Hell yeah.
Right? That's where you're going to see that you will own nothing and be happy. Right? Because under those executive orders, they could seize anything. It all means transportation.
Transportation, telecommunications.
They're going to have these different blockades. Nobody going in, nobody coming out. And if you are to gain access to anything, you're going to have to do it via the CHIP, the MOTV.
That's right.
Okay.
Keep reading. Continuing on.
Brother. Like I named another thing. That's why they have different laws and bills on the books, such as the National Defense Authorization.
NDAA. Yep.
Because you could be detained indefinitely without due process. It's nothing. Remember, that had been talked about. And they have already used that, against certain individuals. So it's not far-fetched. But they're going to turn around and use it on every average day citizens, especially those who they deem a threat or a risk.
We seen 9/11.
Okay. And they're the author of that. They get to decide, well, we don't like your belief. We don't like your stance politically. We don't like that you're keeping all this food in your house. What you doing with all this damn toilet paper? Hey, I'm being dead serious. It sounds funny, but
it's the truth.
fucking with locking people up and finding them because they were hoarding supplies.
Yeah, that's what that's you can't even grow your own garden in some cities, some states. Can't collect rainwater. You
can't go fishing.
You can't go fishing without a license. And his brother was talking about that yesterday. He's like, I got a license. I was like, what license? He's like, oh, my license to fish. License to fish. But yeah, that's. Go ahead, brother. Continuing on. One people should stand up and fight against another. Swords in their hands. And you're gonna start seeing a lot of people get tribal, man. We call them race riots. We call them class riots. All of this stuff is about to happen because these people ain't gonna respect their leadership.
That's it.
They had this nigga from Sri Lanka, the president and prime minister. These niggas was running to get on the boat, bro. Like, can you imagine your leadership? Like they was talking about this guy Kenny. This dude doesn't even want to be the mayor.
Right.
He's already set his mind. He's out partying, he want his personal life back. He don't want to be in charge of a city's stuff.
Manager.
Right. Well, he
don't
was
want to miss.
Slack your brothers, but wasn't he one of the main ones when they had all the lockdowns and the masks? He was sitting there with his family, just eating casually. So everybody had to.
Right, in another state.
Right. So everybody had to abide by the mandates he put out, but he over here just living freely. And people that rub people the wrong way. Oh hell.
And all these leaders were doing that. That's what happened with
They're
the
seeing
old Boris Johnson.
their hypocrisy.
Yeah, well, this is an ultimate hypocrite.
Right.
And so people are they're gonna start losing it, and gonna get tribal, and one people gonna stand up against another. Civil war is gonna happen. These Edomites with all these guns, they've been waiting to get off. They've been sitting there, they've been practicing, they've been frothing at the mouth.
Hey, there's an example. Not too recently, there was a video circulated where the Jake, I guess, was doing a job and had the Edomite holding his AR-15.
Yeah, with the you pull up on a job, basically a landscaping.
Right.
And the guy was basically saying that you
Not
can't be
supposed to
on
be
my
here.
property
Yeah, get
and
off
all
my
of that.
property.
He's blocking his driveway. He's blocking his driveway. He started overreacting and shit.
You
Yeah.
know,
That's an overreaction because he's bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
He's on bloodthirsty.
Yeah, Esau known for snapping too. Everything will be good, then he'll just fucking lose his fucking mind and kill a bunch of
And
people.
that's gonna happen.
That's right.
That's why they're trying to disarm the populace
Right.
via these different mass shootings.
That's right.
And they categorize in every shooting over one person, a mass shooting.
Right.
So now even you niggas that like to shoot up the block, you going to jail for mass shooting, bro. That's terrorist, man.
Right, because like when they go on the news now, they programming the people
Yeah.
to submit their arms to the government. They're
Yeah.
doing these different gun grabs,
Yeah.
all that type of thing. Now when you hear a shooting, the headline or the introduction to the video is, tonight, another senseless shooting by a legally obtained firearm. Like,
Yeah,
they
they
just
purposely wording it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and they're running it over and over. So everybody's saying, no, we shouldn't have these weapons out here, giving up your right to bear arms or to defend yourself or protect yourself, which is why they created the so-called Second Amendment.
Yeah. And
Right?
that's
It was actually supposed to be that you'd have a defense against a tyrannical government, which
Yep.
only backs up what y'all was saying, because they're getting ready to make moves.
Yeah,
These
about to
people are
make-
so stupid these people are so stupid that people actually say that the government's not gonna do nothing.
Right.
That defeats the purpose of the law in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly.
like they just threaten you with the law. No,
Yeah.
this man is really serious.
Right.
Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes in the course of their action, so stand in their power.
And look what happened in Sri Lanka.
Yep.
Look, them niggas, they bum rush the presidential palace. These niggas are sleeping in this man's bed. They got their feet on this shit, like 3 niggas sleeping in one twin bed, taking pictures. They jumping in the swimming pool. They cooking big pots of food and shit. Like they really
look that up.
over there. And they doing it because ain't nobody there to stop them.
Right.
To stop that kind of horde, you're gonna have to use an army. And the army ain't trying to fight.
Right.
And you see that going on in other countries like Colombia.
Right.
You got the indigenous riots that was protests that was going on. You see that shit in Haiti. You see that it's a lot of Venezuela, Brazil. They marching.
Right.
They marching. Everything. These people right here. Sedition is somebody get the definition of sedition. It's basically the speech that incites the
right.
thing to go to authority.
Right. Yep.
Somebody real quick get that. Real quick. Probably.
I got it.
Bring it up.
Speech
It's,
that incites rebellious.
From the mid 14th century, it says rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious commotion in the state, concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority, violent strife between factions, civil or righteous disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority.
And that's what they doing. They got people coming together like, yo, we gotta fight against these men. We gotta get rid of these so-called leaders. They're not good enough.
Right.
Okay? These leaders, they're ready to fight. These leaders they don't have our best interests. Their whole situation in Sri Lanka happened because first it happened because they already knew the government was corrupt. The
Right.
people that was ruling, it was nepotism. The president, he hired his brother-in-law. And they got out of power, they got back into power. He put this nigga right back into a leadership position. And these dudes are hella inept. And then when the system, while people and the average person couldn't get gas, couldn't get fuel or food, these niggas living in a mansion on a high horse, man. He living in a mansion that's looked like an old Greco-Roman palace. And they like, what the hell? And they just said, no, we up here. You got the Indian talisman. This nigga got the robe on. He's rocking back and forth. up on top of the shit. They losing their mind down there. And again, they swimming in the pool. During that time, prior to that time, nobody could go into the palace, the governmental palace, man. You had to have some type of card or some invitation. They said, fuck that, we going up in there. And that's what's going to happen in America. These people are going to get together, they're going to band together. First, they're going to take down the government, the local government. Then they're going to go from the local government, then all hell's going to be breaking loose. People are going to be ransacking stores. They already got a habit of doing that shit. Yeah. January 6th.
Hey, that was
Yeah, that was set up. It wasn't a little bit, that was completely set up. But that was set up to cause a set precedent. We saw don't do things without set precedent. First. That's enough, brother. Yeah, continue on. You got some water?
I got a bottle, but it's not gonna be all that cold.
They got caffeine in it?
Yeah.
I ain't eating that.
Okay.
Second Ezra 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because
Oh, you did it again, brother?
Second Ezra 15, verse 17.
Sure.
I think it's energy
For a
drink.
man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, a man, hey, that happened during the C-19 era. You know what I'm saying? It's also going to happen again when, like the brother was saying, more pestilence pop up, but other reasons too. Hey, with the under the new system, you're gonna have to have a green card, a green pass,
Right.
to do anything. Right. To travel under the MOTB system, the CHIP system, you're gonna have to have enough credits in your on your card, on your chip, to even get past a certain border. See, right now you can go borders freely right now. You can go from Pennsylvania to Delaware to Maryland and so forth, and other way. Well, when this thing go down, you can never travel like that.
Nope.
Interstate gonna cut the interstates off.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Well, he's in that. He won't get that.
Verse 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
And that's what's going to happen. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled.
Men shall be afraid.
And men shall be afraid. So you got all these women with that feminist spirit on them, thinking that they're going to be able to fight when this thing go down, and if they're going to just turn into Wonder Woman when this thing go down. Not going to happen. If men going to be afraid, how much more the women? Hey, we just saw right here, it was a woman driving that car with a flat. Instead of the demon pulling over, putting a spare on, she's still driving with it with the lights flashing. You see how simple that is? Fucking up the rim. Yep. You know what I mean? If it was one of us that got the flat, hey, pull over, brother, hey, chop. Put that thing on, get a spare when we get a new tire when we get to where we going. You see how men work efficiently? Well, guess what? Men are gonna be afraid. It's gonna be marauders out here. All these super thug niggas out here that you think, these indictment boys, all these NBA young boy wannabe niggas out here, they gonna be scared as shit when this thing go down. How much more you women? And the city's gonna be trouble because it's gonna be what? We're gonna go into it. Lack of bread, water, all access to resources, bro.
You got one?
Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
And that's right. A man, your friend, your buddy. Oh, you know how the brother had mentioned earlier, niggas be like, oh, that's my bro. Oh, that's my bud. That's my day one. But guess what? That nigga gonna be in your living room, kicking in the window, trying to get that food, man. They ain't gonna want no TV. They want the food. Niggas is hungry out here. And you Jakes, you love to eat. So when this thing go down, it ain't gonna be no more my homie, my buddy, my bro, my day one. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be straight up lawlessness out here, man. And they ain't gonna have no pity on their neighbor. Oh, brother, homie, I got kids, man. I got seed. Them niggas wanna eat. And they might snatch your kids up, snatch a woman, put you to death.
Yep.
This is the kind of spirit that these people are about to be in. Especially, hey, this is scripture.
Well, they already doing that now. They already coming up against each other. The love of many is
wax cold. Yeah, like out here they got marauder gangs, little young boys jumping on 60-year-old men.
Right. Yep.
Damn demons. You know, there's a scripture that says, oh man, start. Can you read that again, brother?
Verse 19, 2 Ezra 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yeah, so they're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in situations where they're in trouble, so they're gonna look to ease that. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna go, it always starts like that. They go to people they know. Your neighbor gonna be kicking in your door, and then once that block is exhausted, they're gonna go to the other spot. And then once the hood, the ghetto, if they can get out the ghetto from the quarantine, they're gonna go to these places where Esau at. And right now, in this city, we got a lot of Edomites mixed in with niggas. Like straight up niggas in the hood. All these up and coming neighborhoods, you Edomites about to get swallowed if you ain't got that thing on you, man. And if you ain't got enough of them on you. You're gonna be right next to Jody and Jose and little Taquan, and then here's Sarah, and here's Scott and Cody. Hey, you're gonna be swallowed up. You know, and they're gonna be getting live out here, man. These people right now, oh, this scripture says dwelling carelessly without I think it's Ezekiel 37. Yeah. Without walls. Yeah. And there's that's it. Brother gonna get it. There's another scripture that speaks about a careless nation or something like that. So the point of the matter is that's the mindset of Americans. And what we're doing, prophesying and preaching. Hey, brother, get Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. Baba the shop. You gonna get that? Finish that off. That was it right there? All right, cool. And then you get 2 Ezra chapter 16, start at 19. Hey, because you people about to starve out here, man. And there's spirit changing. It's like the wind. Bring it up.
Just to make a point, they mock the homeless, if anything, but they're ready for what's going to happen.
Yeah, they ready. They used to living on the street, eating what they can get, living filthy. You know what I'm saying? They used to that. They used to that. Hey, y'all making fun of them homeless people, man, but they're going to be in a better position than a lot of you people, man.
Well, that's Luke. That's the book of Luke.
Yeah.
We'll go on to them that laugh now.
Yep.
For ye shall hunger. Yeah.
You going mourn and weep. A lot of you women, you got children. And that's why John saw what he saw. All them people lined up to get that see him. Go ahead, brother.
Revelation 19 and 10.
Yep.
And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh worship Yahweh Yahweh for the testimony of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy.
And that was it. Yep. And that's where we coming in. We coming in the spirit of prophecy. We telling you how to deal with one another. That was prophesied in the scriptures. But we also telling you about these tough times, these real bad times that's coming that you Jakes out there ain't ready for. And then here it is men that look like you trying to tell you this, but you didn't want to hear it because you offended. How we look, how we dress, how we talk. With that IUIC talking about something, you could tell a God they serve by the way they dress. Well, you out of order. We know you serve Satan.
He said that.
You know what I'm saying? Because Yahweh Shai wasn't concerned with what we got on.
Gay clothing.
It's the word. It's what we speaking. It's like, hey brother, can the elders come around the front? You younger brothers, go man the camera, Baba the shop.
I mean, we giving them brothers opportunities to speak, brother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
But I mean, you can grab the.
You grab after you read the precept.
Gone. I'm gonna get this real quick. It's Jeremiah 49:31. It says, "Arise, get you up to the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care."
Yeah, and that's right, because that's what you Americans are in. They're in the mindset of dwelling without care. Yeah, we caring. We trying to cover ourselves with the shadow of Yahweh Bashan Yahweh Shai. Because when this wrath comes, it's gonna come so swift, so sudden. You ain't gonna have time. But America, everybody, these women of America, they're careless. The daughters of Israel are careless. The men of Israel are careless. The men of the world, these other nations, they careless. They ain't thinking about the economy crashing. There's some financial analysts that's telling you what's going to happen. Right. Nobody's listening to them. Right. These niggas listen to their favorite rapper, their favorite idolater, and their favorite idol. And they're like, oh yeah, Cardi B shot the hell. She's she over there talking about some wop. Yeah, but guess what? She gonna be whopping with money. Hey, when the seed bid first happened and these stars couldn't make no money when they were trapped, when they on the shows, they were bugging out. They were mad. They were like, oh, I don't know what to do. We ain't got no money. Blah. Everything slowed down because they don't live their life of saving and preparing for the next day. They just live their life in excess, constantly spinning, and they got you, Jakes, that's barely making $1 doing the same thing. Yep. And you in a careless state. You're not preparing for what's going on. Hey, look, we not men that we call doomsday preppers per se, but hey, the apostles and elders and the brothers on down, they teach us that take a little bit more if you can, but just in case it happens. But the Lord's gonna take care of us. But guess what? You got to do the footwork. And then when you completely destitute, that's when you're gonna see the real, the strangeness of the salvation. You're gonna see the miracles really amplified. But spiritually, we're doomsday preppers. We're prepping spiritually for what's happening. Because it's going to be apparitions, it's going to be demons, there's going to be angels, death angels, there's going to be a lot of things happening at once. And if you're not prepared spiritually for this, you're going to be jacked up. And you got to be prepared spiritually before you can be prepared physically, okay? And it behooves you to do the same together. Well, yeah, 2 Ezra 16.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
There's a little bit more.
Oh, go ahead and finish it.
Fine. It says, I'll start from the top. It says, Jeremiah 49:31, arise and get you up to the wealthy nations that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord Yahweh, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone.
And that's America. This place ain't got no. The ancient world, you had bars, you had walls. You had walls and bars protecting homes and villages. That ain't America, man. You can go from one state to the next, and you ain't gotta pass a wall.
You want to come over here?
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta pass a wall. You got a whole bunch of just open areas where you can just go. You know what I mean? So that's why. And then what Putin said, he said he can destroy America with 2 missiles, man. He said he can destroy America at the East Coast. I think it was like 4 missiles, 2, something like that. The East Coast and the West Coast, man. And these are all centers of commerce. And you talking about ports. All East Coast is port cities, from Massachusetts all the way down to Maryland, all the way down to South Carolina. Then you got some portions of Georgia. Then you got Louisiana, West Coast, all California, port cities. All you people don't realize you get your goods, your vast majority of your goods come through the port system, man. And what's going to happen when that's cut off? You people going to lose your shit. They already had an inkling in that early this year, where the ports, where the ships couldn't come in. All right. Now that wasn't that particular prophecy that's written in Revelation 18, but it's to let you know that all your people, you dwelling without cares. You people don't understand. You think that food is supposed to magically show up in the supermarkets, and that's that. Nah, bro, that ain't how this shit work. Matter of fact, start at 17, brother.
2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me.
Mm-hmm.
Who will deliver me in those days?
Yeah, that's right, because Ezra saw this in the future. This is the future that he saw. He's like, woe is me, who's going to deliver me in that day? Well, we know Yahweh Shema was shy, and so do Ezra know. But he saw the vision as if he was one of these people. Go ahead.
Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
The beginning of sorrows and great mourning. We warning you against the seed. We warning you against falling for this man's tricks. We warning you of the judgment to come. The elder was speaking about these Gerger troopers, these NATO troopers who have no links to you. You just food to them. They tired of practicing. They want to get some action. And you gonna be that action. And it ain't just gonna be UN troops. It's gonna be American troops too. Because these American troops, they set up to take orders. And they're not gonna care about no pregnant nigger woman or Latin woman or Indian woman. They're not gonna care about you. Nobody gonna care about your baby crying, little Tay-Tay, Shonda's little brother. They don't give a fuck. You gonna get put to death.
Yeah, we seen Ukraine. What's going on in Ukraine right now?
And they also showed you too how much more Edomite life is worth than you colored people life. You Jake life. You people of color. They came to the rescue of the Ukraine. They ain't finna be no outpouring of billions of dollars coming to you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans when all hell breaks loose. Because guaranteed, just like you turned into the reason for the 19, you're gonna be the reason why shit collapsing and fucked up.
The beginning of famine. Yeah, I ain't mean to cut you off, but that's why they got all these crimes going on. It's all great. And Esau being the accuser of our brother, we in the media, we in the spotlight, we like we were saying, we the next target again. Like we always the target. It's all this martial law and what Esau about to do, like kicking the doors, is all because of you Jakes. They know that you're Israelite, you're the chosen. And it causing you to fuck out, even though you bugged out in your fucking hell because you're wicked as hell. But Esau, he puts that in his media for a reason. It's all witchcraft. You know, he knows what he's doing.
Right.
You know? It's no coincidence that all these crimes are happening. They skyrocket. It's a solution, martial law, or concentration camps.
That's right.
That's right, bro. Beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear.
Yeah, because these nations, it's gonna be so much perplexity going on. It's gonna get out of the hands of the elite to the point where like the local, the lessers, because all these lesser leaders that you see in front of you, they're nothing but shields for the super elite. And they're gonna be like, so much shit happening worldwide. You can't hear it?
Hold on, it's a little low, but yeah, I already moved it up though. I think it's good.
No, it's good.
All right.
So
it's already out of their control.
Yeah, like the elder's saying.
It's already out of their control. That's why they're scrambling to push this NWO as fast as possible. That's why they're speeding things up on it. Because they seeing the chariots, right? They're seeing other prophetic things happen that they are aware of that's supposed to happen in the latter times. Right? It says that the devil knoweth that he has
short time. Revelation 12:12.
So it's all he already knows, but he's still, trying to fight and give it that last hurrah in a desperate attempt to try to retain his power over the earth.
That's right.
That's why he has to come against the Israelites. He's got to globally push this thing. Okay, we started with the experimental drug.
That's right.
Because all it was a test run for compliance.
That's it.
And as you can see, most people, once you jeopardize their liberties, their freedoms, and their certain basic rights, right? They had no problem getting in line. They had no problem assuming the orders that they put out. Yep.
Yeah, and that shows you that was a test run.
And they did it through fear.
You see how complacent the population was, man. And they did it. You got people now, they're not even asking you for the juice to get to work no more. Right. They're not asking you for the juice to travel no more.
They're not asking you to mask up, but you still see people walking down the streets fully fucking masked.
Yep.
And fully.
I seen a woman driving by herself on the highway with the damn mask on. I know you don't.
So that programming worked, right? That programming worked.
If I could say too, to add to that, like the reason why Esau going so hard is because he was given that strong delusion. So he's in that pride. So he's gonna and all this that's doing that, all this that's been happening is helping him, think that he's got the upper advantage.
He's got control.
Yeah, he's got control. But it's all to his own delusions, all to his own demise.
Right. Right. He on what you call a power trip.
Yep.
The definition of a power trip is to gain exactly. The definition of a power trip is to gain pleasure over control of others.
That's right.
And that's what he wants.
Yep.
The Apostle Kabar goes into this very often. He already has all the money. He wants absolute power and control. And that's what the seed hip is going to afford him if he were to be able to carry it out to its fullness.
Yep.
The Lord said that while he would be in his sufficiency, he's going to end up in straits.
That's right.
The Lord going to interject, and break this whole thing up before he has that opportunity, all right, to put it in full effect. But while he's eating, we're in the process of him eating right now.
That's right.
That's why the nations are gearing for war, because he's setting up for that.
They're setting up for the digital dollar, the digital money.
CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. Right. And they're linking everything together. They're linking everything together, man.
Hey, real quick, can you get that? No. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Exactly. He knows that he has but a short time. like I said, he got his NASA space stations. They're out there regulating space because they know that great war that's going to happen in heaven is between him and the other nations that have joined onto his union to fight against the holy angels. And now they're seeing them more in abundance. They're seeing them more frequently. And it's to the point where they can't hide it from the public, to the point where they got to actually divulge certain information. Why the different CIA and FBI, they, putting out all these different reports because they want to try to control the narrative of people in that state of confusion as to what those things are, which we know that's the salvation of Israel. So as the scripture said, he knows that he has but a short time.
That's right.
All right? He's got his scholars, all right? He got his astrologers, which he losing that power to. He losing that power. Prognosticators, all right? He losing that power, but he also understands certain levels of prophecy.
Yes,
okay? But what he don't accept is the part where the Lord is going to take him down. That's why he's still going in outer space. He's still searching the seas. He's still trying to conquer land. He's still using his influence over the earth militarily and economically. Okay, because like this brother said, the Most High got Esau on a trick bag because he got a fulfilled prophecy. But part of that prophecy is knowing that he got a short time, and now that great wrath from Esau got to happen. Because it's really judgment from the Heavenly Father.
That's what it is.
Who was the Most High sword?
Esau.
And he got to do a number on you fucking wicked niggas, man.
That's right.
Because that's what Jacob trouble is all about. Okay, you understand? Now, as a byproduct of that, a lot of Edomites going to get caught up. Because it's going to affect them. We talked about the class work before. Esau don't give a fuck about his own people.
Nope.
You're dispendable or expendable. It's like
Martyr.
disposable is the word I was trying to say.
Expendable. Hey, that's new words, man. Expendable ass niggas.
Expendable, disposable. Go ahead.
Y'all good? You ready for it? That's precept over those words.
We finished it on that before we move on?
Yeah.
All right, good. All right.
No, that's like, yeah. Are you guys clear?
You finished on Revelation 12 and 12? That was it?
All right, come on.
I just 1 Peter 5 and 8 is going to couple this precept beautifully with this. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Yeah, the word sober means to be collected in one's right mind.
That's right.
Okay? Spiritually. All right, of course that links to the physical too, because you don't want to be, constantly walking in a state of drunkenness.
That's right.
All right? When you're drunk, what happens? You have no use of your motor skills, okay?
Your judgment is impaired.
Your judgment is impaired, right? You don't see clearly.
Yeah.
So the spiritual aspect is, if you're not collecting yourself in the spirit, you're not repenting,
that's right.
Right? You're not building yourself in the faith, and spiritually, you're impaired.
Yeah.
You're not seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
You be quick to then take what this man has to offer out of desperation, out of fear.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Read. And that's what's going to happen to the majority of Jakes and really people out here in general.
Yeah, you went into the, you said about the word sober. I want to go into the word vigilant.
Okay.
So the word vigilant, in the Greek, it's Gregorio, I guess how I'm saying it. But it says metaphorically, give strict attention to, be cautious, active. It says take heed lest through remission and indolence, which indolence is like basically like being lazy. So take heed lest through remission and indolence some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. That's what it's about, being vigilant.
Well, vigilant, a synonym then would be being attentive.
That's what it says. Yeah, give strict attention. Yep.
Okay. So like I didn't hear that.
Yep. It says give strict attention to it. That's how you gotta be sober, you gotta be vigilant. And
you know how you used to be in slacking, brothers. Remember you used to be in school and the teacher catch you slacking. Yeah, you get on that report card unattentive in class. You don't give a fuck what's going on. You be so bored, you be falling asleep. That's these niggas out here, man. They still asleep. Slacking, brother.
Or you ain't paying attention. The teacher called you. Okay, what was that question?
Yo, you be stupid. Come up to the board and saw the answer. You like, oh, so you be looking back at the class. Well, you ain't gonna be no help for your ass out here in a minute.
That's right.
That's why you gotta get it now.
Just real quick to what y'all was just going into. It says Job 36 and 9. It talks about listening. It says, then he showed them their work and their transgressions that they have exceeded. He openeth also their ear to discipline and commandeth that they return from iniquity. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasures. But if they obey not if they wasn't paying attention, they wasn't listening, they shall perish by the sword.
Yep.
And they shall die without knowledge.
And that's what's about to happen. 2/3 of our people, you're about to die without the knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's why I link up with 2nd Esdras 9, where it says the same must know it at the death by pain. This knowledge of wisdom, understanding that we imparted unto you, starting with the apostles and elders of the great millstone, the brothers on down, you're going to have to get this after you die. But you're going to die without knowledge. You're going to die not knowing that you are an Israelite, that salvation was for you, and all the good things of the kingdom is for you, and that repentance was open unto you. You're going to die without that. Okay?
It says, but the hypocrites, 2/3, in heart heap up wrath.
Yeah.
They cry not when he bindeth them.
Yeah, they not. See, that's right. See, when they say they cry not, meaning they cry not to the Lord. When he binded you, you're gonna cry to Esau. Oh, Esau, please deliver us. Like when that shit happened in Puerto Rico some years ago, them two women, they were begging Trump, please search your heart, open your heart. And Trump was throwing you niggas toilet tissue, man, and paper napkins, man. When that shit happened to you, y'all forgot about that. But y'all still in that mindset, like Esau's gonna deliver you from the hellhole that he even put you in. Like, no, and it's really the wrath of the Lord. So nobody can deliver you out of the hands of the Lord. And that's what we're doing, earnestly contending and earnestly crying out to you to tell you, hey, look, man, now is the time to repent. Now is the time to seek Yahweh Shema Shai while he's able to be found. Because when this thing go down, it's going to be too late. You ain't going to find none of these brothers out there. You ain't going to find none of us out there. Because the Lord going to hide us. They ain't going to bind our tongues. So he's going to make our tongues lead to the roof of our mouth, man. So we ain't going to be out here trying to break the scripture down, because in that day, we ain't going to be able to trust nobody, bro. Somebody come up to you and say, hey, what's this, what's that? Hey, man, you might be the law, man. You might be those people, man. You know what I'm saying? When you had a chance to listen, you ignored it. So you're going to die without the knowledge. Go ahead.
All right, real quick. 2 Corinthians 5:11 says, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men.
Yeah, we show you the drama, the judgment, and we show you the judgment and the death that Yahweh Shema Shai did in the past to his own people. And then what he gonna do in the future, and we terrified by that, bro. Nuclear fire, burning in that shit? Hell no. I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of the chip.
Right.
I don't want no parts of none of that. Because what? We know the judgment, that's the terror of the Lord that's gonna come behind that.
I just wanted to give another example. You mentioned about the women in Puerto Rico begging Trump to help them. Well, when the reporter asked how long can Americans expect these gas prices to be as high as they are, he didn't say, well, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. He said, as long as it takes.
You hear that?
He don't give a damn.
He don't give a damn about you. He ain't even paying for gas.
As long as it takes.
Look, he let his son do all the crack known to men. Right. But your black ass and Latin ass, he throw you in a fucking prison so you can't get out.
Right, he said that you get a minimum prison sentence. You get a minimum prison sentence. You got
Hey, it's on your pants.
And then you got a video that's circulating about circulating with Hunter Biden weighing several rocks of cocaine.
Oh, that was like 2 grams. Yeah. I mean, 2.7 without the bag. Right. So you know what I'm saying?
He some gotta be locked up for fucking life.
He need to be thrown into prison. He need to be thrown in prison. But what you do, that nigga get an exception because he's Hunter Biden. That nigga get to go. His dad sent him across the world to do the crack binge.
Right.
He ain't in America doing that shit. He over there in other countries getting Russian prostitutes, not paying these bitches, paying them with bounce checks. You know what I'm saying? Now his dad got a cash app. You know? But see, when it come to our people, you were getting thrown, you were made an example of what the crack era was. He said if one person get caught with just one rock, 5 years. The judge can't do nothing. Right. His hands are tied. 5 years. But yet his son get to go 5 months on a crack bench and nobody stopped him. Right. Why? Because this man's a hypocrite. Right. But again, the point of the matter is that you trust in this same man to deliver you from this, and he's not going to deliver you.
That's right. That was the point. Right?
He's not going to deliver you.
You ask him to release, that response is going to be as long as it takes. Basically, you're just going to have to.
And you're going to have to suffer it. Right. And he ain't no more Biden checks coming out.
And by the time y'all have done suffering, what they're gonna offer you is only gonna be to your detriment anyway.
Yep. Just like the juice was.
Right.
We don't know what's in that shit.
They're saying that now.
Yeah,
they're saying that now finally.
That's a detriment, bro.
That the efficacy wasn't as what they said it was. Yeah.
I'm glad the Wadi Abba we waited this shit out, bro.
Right.
We like, look, bro, Jake can go to work, travel, do whatever we gotta do now, bro. You know what I'm saying? To forward this word, man.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved.
And that's that promise, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's that promise the elder is speaking about. You know, these things are working towards the promise. These things is working toward that promise that we can be saved when this shit go down. Jacob's trouble / Esau's trouble, like Apostle R said, because it's going to be Esau's trouble too, and these other nations. But it's really going to affect Jake. Just like the whole situation with the Jews. That shit really affect Jake.
Right.
Since when you know a disease messes somebody that's poor, or just because you're poor, you subject to a particular illness.
Hey, a certain Edomites, they could afford to just walk off the top of the river.
Yep.
Jake was small enough to feel like he wants to keep the little bit he got, not jeopardize it. So when he fell into that trap, when they gave that ultimatum, listen, you're going to have to take a hand before you. Jake was like, I gotta do what I gotta do. That was his attitude.
Yep. I gotta do what I gotta do.
You seen the Edomites come up against him.
Yeah. Yep.
I ain't taking that. That's why you got now these different mandates where these police are walking off the force.
Yep.
In the thousands.
Yep.
Okay.
Got some.
The Jake E chick said, I don't worry about the ingredients in it. I'm just sticking my arm out so they can put it in.
Oh, that's bugged out. That's fucking bugged out.
Hey, he's totally deprived of any wisdom.
Go down to Egypt for help.
Yeah, that's what Jake do. You gonna go down there for help, and then it's ultimately gonna lead to that sea hip.
It's Malachi 4:1. That behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven,
Nuclear fire, chariot fire.
and all that do, and all the proud, all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
And 2/3 of our people, as well as you heathens, you're the ones that do proud of wickedness. You're gonna be stubborn in that day, right?
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, you're gonna be completely annihilated. And that's the worst death. That's why I said death by pain. It ain't like you're gonna see the fire and then you just disappear and go to the spirit world. Nope. Right. The Lord gonna keep your spirit in there to feel the pain. You gonna get them, motherfuckers gonna be walking, get hit with shards of glass, from buildings, big ass rocks, you know what I'm saying? And then you still gonna melt. You're gonna be like, ah! Like Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the first scene. Holding on to that gate, she felt all that shit. You see that bitch wig fly off the back of her head, and her skeleton was holding the fucking gate, bro. She was still alive. Yeah, she was screaming. You can still hear her screaming. And that's you, Jake. That's a crazy death. That's a sick death, man. And then that nigga James Cameron, he said that he had a dream about that. That's why they put that scene in the movie. Yeah, he ain't gonna contribute to y'all about
that whole scene is literally Zechariah 14:12.
Yep.
Their eyes shall melt away in their holes.
Their tongues shall consume away in our mouth.
Yeah, like Apostle Tar said, Esau ain't that creative.
Nah, he ain't that
with that on his own.
Hell no. Nah.
Take everything from Moab, animal shit,
That it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
So you're gonna have nothing left. You're not gonna have nothing left. It's not gonna be nothing left of America when this place is annihilated by nuclear fire and a chariot fire. And the Lord said He's gonna be in that fire because the Most High is a consuming fire. He's gonna be in there, so He's gonna turn it up. It ain't gonna be a quick death. No, don't think that. Oh, I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna take this sea hip and I'm gonna be good. And so what if I gotta die? We all gotta die. All right, nigga. We all don't have to die. The scriptures say that we shall not all sleep. You know what I'm saying? So we searching for salvation. That was it.
But unto you that fear the name, that fear my name, shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in His wings.
That's salvation, and the ones that fear the name is the elect of Israel.
Is it relevant?
That's
I got precept.
That's the elect. Okay, go ahead.
And ye shall go forth and grow up as calves in the stall, and ye shall tread them down, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, says the Lord of hosts.
And that's right. So that's what you're going to be left with, ashes. You're going to be nothing but ash. Go ahead.
Daniel 12, verse 1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people.
Yeah, it's gonna be so bad that the Lord gotta send his right hand man. Yahweh gotta send his right hand man, Michael the archangel, to come down and help defend. Go ahead.
And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
And that's the elect. Only the elect are written in the life of the book of life. And that's from the beginning. Nothing we doing right now is nothing we doing right now is gonna change that. Whether you do good or bad. If you part of the elect, you're gonna get out of here. But the elect gonna be doing things that pertain to the elect, which is this work. Yep. Are we doing?
Let this brother read this.
Last precept.
All right, so hold on. Who has one right now?
Me.
I have.
Read that quick. I read it quick, brother.
All right, Con, this Proverbs 22:3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
And that's right. The prudent man is the elect man, and the simple are you 2/3. You're going to pass on and be punished. That's it.
That's the spirit. But what this brother Holy going to back that up. Because the word prudent means to apply wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay?
Only elect do that.
That's right. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time.
That's what's going to keep you intact. That's going to keep us intact when all hell breaking loose. See, like Jake going to be thinking, let me run to the nearest C-hip center because this is a new way. This is going to be forever. No, we're going to see these things happening. Like, oh, the Lord's coming soon, bro. Like, we ain't going to say it with day. We know that once the massive majority of the people get what they see him, oh, the Lord's coming any day.
Right.
Any 24-hour period, you can lock us up and claim that you're going to give us 130 years. We ain't got 130 years, bro. And we're going to do it standing up. We're going to be like, shit.
I was literally confident that this morning.
Yeah.
Same thing you talking about.
Yeah. They give us any amount of time. They give us any amount of time. They give us any amount of time or claim to give us any amount of time. We're going to be doing that cheerfully, bro. Because the Lord's coming. Got it? That was it? Go ahead.
There's a little more on that?
And strength of salvation. I'm going to start from the top. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Yep, that's right. That's our treasure. Fearing the Yahweh Shai is our treasure, and that strength for salvation. When these things happening, we're gonna be referring to the scriptures in our minds, because we ain't gonna have this stuff available to us, brother. All we got is what's downloaded in our spirit, and it's just gonna be coming to us. Oh, the Lord's gonna do this. Oh, this happening? Oh, the Lord, He coming. He said this is gonna happen. Hey, if we ain't got no food, and the Lord said He gonna give it to us. We're gonna be praying to Yahweh Shai more fervently than you ever have. But He's gonna come. He's gonna show and prove. Okay? Go ahead, brother. You got the last one.
It don't matter. I think I'm a better closer, though.
Sure about that, man?
Yeah. We used to battle for the closing, bro. Back in the day. Yeah. All right. This is second Ezra 7. This kind of encompasses everything we're just talking about. This is second Ezra 7 and verse 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? Yep. The angel answered me. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory doth abide.
Yeah, this ain't it, man. This life that you living right now, man, this shit is nothing. This is the worst kingdom on the planet known to man. So this can't be the end. This present life is not the end. We got the kingdom of heaven, eternity, brothers. And it ain't a fictitious place in the sky. It's gonna be down here on this earth, man. And we're gonna be in our land. And we're gonna start with Jerusalem. And it's gonna expand and encompass the whole earth. Go ahead.
Yep. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
The day of doom, nuclear missiles, destruction, Yahweh Shai and chariots making their appearance. It ain't gonna be a dot in the sky like, I don't know, it's a chariot, it might be a star. No, it's gonna be the actual fathership. He gonna stand on top of it. The angels gonna be here, wrecking havoc, getting busy. And Yahweh Shema Shah gonna be saving his elect. Same men that you thought was nothing, you're gonna see that as something. Right?
Yep. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for to come.
And that's right. It's the beginning of forever life for the elect of Israel.
Yep. Immortality.
Immortality, meaning we can't die. Yep. We're not gonna be able. That death. Go ahead, brother.
Yep.
From what you said earlier too, how they say we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And it's related now. This is John 8:51. Verily, verily, I say unto you, if a man keep my saying, he shall never see death.
Yeah, it is.
Immortality.
And that's the elect.
Yep.
And we're gonna have that sayings in us.
That's the white man's science when they tell you we're all gonna die.
Yeah, that's a
the
lie.
white man's science.
That's a lie.
Well, remember, he's trying to obtain eternal life through technology.
Yeah.
On the left.
Yeah.
You know, where he saw through the spiritual demon Satan, he's countered to everything of the Most High. Whatever the Most High sets up, he tries to duplicate, but in wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
Yep. It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
But it ain't going to prevail. That's why the brother reading about the day of doom. Because it's the end of this man's rulership.
Yep.
That's really what's happening.
It's in the start of the kingdom. Yep. It says, in the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. Intemperance is at an end. Infidelity is cut off. Righteousness is grown.
Because the Israelites, after this point, when we go into the chariots, where we be the elect, we're going to get the new bodies. So it's not going to be no corruption. All right? Because right now, the bodies that we're in are subject to sin. All right? That's the ultimate corruption. Your mind is going to be totally pure. Okay? Right now, you can't control what enters into your mind. Because there's always different influences coming in at all times. Okay?
So one more verse.
Yep.
It says,
we're going to inherit that perfection once we get the new bodies, which is what we're working towards right now through this faith in this ministry. You know, we're rehearsing, okay, for what's to come. Go ahead.
It says, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that hath gotten the victory.
Yeah.
So when we get that victory, man, we no more, ain't gonna be oppressed no more, man. And those that are going to receive that destruction, there ain't no one that can save them. There ain't nobody that save Esau's ass. Ain't nobody that save the 2/3 ass. And ain't going to be no more that's going to oppress, the elect, man. We ain't going to have the oppression no more. We go open them chariots and no longer see oppression. That's a beautiful thing. That's going to come with the day of doom, man. The day of doom is going to start our salvation in our kingdom.
Yeah, it said no more infidelity. Yep. That means that, guess what?
Idolatry.
Right.
No more, I'm sorry, brother.
No, you're good, brother.
Yeah, no more idolatry and no more turning our back against our power. Man.
No unfaithfulness.
No unfaithfulness.
Right now, people got a platform, and a voice to say all their BS and spread all their opinions. But the Lord gonna do away with that and that destruction. And everybody gonna know we the Israelites. Yep. Everybody gonna know who Yahweh Shai is. We're not gonna get that wrong either.
That's right, brother.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, you're going to go into the word infidelity, right?
Yeah.
Unfaithfulness. It's beautiful because it basically says lack of faith and disloyalty. And that's how we know that second covenant is going to happen, where we basically have the truth imparted in our inward parts. There ain't going to be no disloyal with the Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. There ain't going to be no lack of faith. We're going to know 100% that Yahweh Shai is, the power.
And the whole world gonna know that.
Exactly.
The whole world gonna know
there will be
that.
no infidelity, no lack of
great
faith.
humbling is coming.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yahweh Shai getting ready to put the fear of him back in this earth. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's it?
That's it.
Hey, so with that, we want to start. With that, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rachakodash.
Say double honors to the apostles, the elders, a great millstone for teaching word, truth, and sincerity, for ruling well. Salutations to our fellow Ak, keep pushing, keep striving. We're almost out of here. Hey, shalom.
Shalom. Ba.